Crafting Vicky here with you, and this is totally an impromptu video, not something that I had planned or anticipated that I was going to make. I'm beyond excited about this. I've started watching a wonderful creative soul, and she's called Beautiful Creatives on YouTube. She also has a blog. Her actual name is Christy B, and it's just awesome to watch her work. And one of the things that she's talked about recently is, because I just found out about her, and it was by accident. It was something that YouTube recommended, and thank God it did. And so her process, she does a soul book, and in that soul book she tries to experiment, she journals, she basically pours out her soul, and that is like so amazing. And I've been wanting to try My Giant Life this year. I've been meaning to try it. I got a book out for it, and somehow it just didn't happen, and it wasn't, I'm not sure, I don't know, it just, it talked to me, but then I got scared, and it was too big, I guess, of a project. I couldn't commit to it. I just don't know, but it wasn't meant to be, I guess. And then I came across her channel, and that seemed like something I could do. And so I watched quite a few of her episodes, and then I decided, well, I really want to do it. And initially I would have loved to go and purchase a new journal, but then I have so many of them, and what she uses is a sketchbook. And I figured, okay, I'll go look through my stash, and if I don't have one, well, that means I need to go and get one. But I already had one, and it's a beautiful sketchbook journal, and it's Montmartre, and I found it at Winners, our equivalent of Winners, which is TJ Maxx in the States, or Marshalls. And so it was in my stash already, and it's very inexpensive, and it's a regular sketchbook, and that's what she uses for her process. So that kind of made me think that, yeah, I should try this out. And one of the prompts, however, that she did was, what's my purpose? And that, watching that video and hearing that, it made me cry, because, you know, I'm not sure what my purpose is in life, and that is something that's like really hard for me to even wrap my head around. But there's other things that I can do. I can wrap my head around, and I can start with baby steps, as she says, because I commented on that video saying, oh my god, I cannot do this, like, this is way too much, this is too intense for me, and it's, I'm not, like, that's just too much. And so she said, baby, start with baby steps, and so I figured that I could do. And I came across a wonderful, actually I was approached on my Etsy store by a wonderful other Etsy owner, and she has Coloring Craft Shack, and she makes the most gorgeous mandalas. And she offered me, I went to check out her store, and I love what she does, and she offered me one, and she said, well, you know, check out my store and decide what you would like to do. And so I chose this gorgeous mandala. Here, I've been coloring it and posting it on Instagram, my step-by-step. And so I love that mandala, because it has dragonflies, and somehow dragonfly has represented something to me. A few years back, I got a tattoo of one in my lower back, and this was my second tattoo, and I had my husband's initials put in the tail of the dragonfly, and that, you know, represented a lot to me. Of course, having it in the tail like this, should something happen to our couple, I can darken it up because the tattoo artist said, well, you know, people, when they usually put somebody's initials or name, it usually doesn't end up well, and then they have this big tattoo with somebody's name on them, and it's not good. So in my case, I could totally darken it, and nothing bad has happened out of it. But it's very subtle, his initials. Like, it doesn't look like initials, but I know it's initials, and so it really means a lot, the dragonflies, to me. And after having that, and just, you know, I love dragonfly, and I hadn't checked out the symbolism of it, but then I did, and I printed it out, and I want to read it to you guys. It says, the dragonfly in almost every part of the world symbolizes change, and change in the perspective of self-realization, and the kind of change that has its source in mental and emotional maturity, and the understanding of the deeper meaning of life. So yeah, this is pretty profound. So today I wanted to just put some color in my soul book, and I figured I would do what she does, which is just like a plain color wash, and then move on to the next page and just do a few backgrounds. Well, this didn't happen. I got like stuck in my brain, and I started just playing, and this is the layout I came up with. And part of this is due to this wonderful set of stamps that I got, which is from Eclectica at Papers Artsy, and the artist is Tracy Scott. And I purchased this set, and it was kind of my inspiration. That and Christy B, that does a lot of circles and hashtags and that sort of thing. So to do this page, I started off by just gessoing, and then I used a stencil and some baby wipes to rub it out. And I didn't have any plans. I just wanted this first page I did in turquoise, and then I used some pinks. And I knew that it was going to be the start of my soul book, but I didn't know that this was what would happen. So I did the background, and then I really wanted to incorporate this mandala because I've colored it this week, and I love how it turned out. And dragonfly, like I said, mean a lot to me, and so it felt fitting that it would be on here. So this being said, when I decided to do the circles, I made one that was big enough to accommodate this, and then I thought it was going to do like my soul book right there, but then this page kind of took a life of its own. And because I wanted to incorporate this, once I had done the background, well, I needed to have some pops of colors elsewhere, because otherwise it looked funny to have that and the rest very plain. So that's how I ended up making all those little circles, and yeah, so that's what happened, and I love it. It's totally out of my norm, totally not the type of journaling that I usually do. I showed it to my son William, and he goes, oh. And I go, what does that mean? He goes, that's very different from what you do, Mom. I go, yeah, well, it is. And he wasn't sure he liked it, but that's okay, because it's not for him, it's for me, and it's my color scheme, and it's me, so it's my soul book. So this is the start of it. But I did, however, do some more backgrounds. I purchased a bunch of distress inks after seeing her use it. I didn't have any distress stains, sorry. I have a lot of distress inks. I've got distress paints, I've got distress crayons, I've got distress pens, I've got pretty much everything distress, but I didn't have distress stains, and they seemed fun, so I tried that out. So I purchased a few of those, and I basically put it on in the book as a background to start something. And one thing too that I have, which is pen pastels, and I've used those in one of my junk journal last year for my summer vacation as a background, and I love that. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do, and depending on what I do, I'll put some airspray on it to kind of set it. But for now, because it's a double spread, it doesn't matter. It doesn't stain anything else, and so I just put it down stain some more pen pastels. So I did that throughout the book, and now I'm gonna try to do some more of her technique, but it does take away some of the stress having some of those pages already having some colors on them. And the last one I did was this gray one. It's kind of fitting because it started raining. So yeah, so I enjoyed the beautiful day outside, and I made this art page, which is I'm in love with and very, very happy with. So I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I will be putting down in the description box below the link to Beautiful Creative. I highly suggest you go and check her out. Say hi from me to her if you don't know her. I don't understand why she only has 877 subscribers, I think. She should have way more than that. So, like, if I was you, I would go and subscribe. She makes beautiful art, and she's very, very generous in sharing her techniques and stuff. So yeah, I highly suggest it. And I will be putting down in the description box below as well the link to Coloring Craft Shack. She has amazing mandalas. I printed out this one actually on Copic My Nina paper so that I could use all kinds of mediums on it. But you could print it on regular copy paper, and you can print. I printed it fairly small because I wanted it. I wanted to incorporate it in something. I didn't know what, but I didn't want it too big. But you could size it really big, really small, whatever. And there, she has all kinds of them, and yeah, so very, very fun to use. So if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment. I'm very much looking forward to reading those. And subscribe if you haven't already. Bye, folks.